Oy. Whew. All right, guys, what's up? So today is a very interesting day. I've been trying to meet up with one of my viewers. His name is Shu. So he has a base model sport trim ND3 Miata. That's also a soft top. I'm sitting right now in a 2025 ND3 RF GT trim. And so there's a few differences between these two. Basically, when you pay for the RF and the GT trim, it's like, I think like almost $10,000 more than the base soft top sport trim. Did I waste my money spending so much more money on the RF with all of the different bells and whistles that come with it? I am sitting on my desk editing right now, and I realized we missed a very important point. So my car is modified, obviously, and I didn't really get to talk about any of my modifications, and those make a pretty big difference. And I do talk about the feel in terms of like the modifications I've made. My car has lowering springs done to it. It has aftermarket wheels, obviously, but those don't really affect the driving experience. It has spacers, 20mm spacers all around, which are pretty fat. They're like that big, that push the wheels out a little bit. And obviously it's got the exhaust. So those are like the main modifications that kind of like affect the driving experience. And his Miata was completely stock. So yeah, if you add up the cost of all the mods that I've done, plus the cost of the whole RF GT package over his car, it probably adds up to roughly like $8,000 to $9,000 more, which is pretty significant. Yeah, those are the main differences. I refer to them a lot throughout the course of this video. Sorry for not mentioning them earlier on. It kind of just completely slipped my mind. Back to the video. I'm on the Angeles Crest right now. This is Shu. Nice to meet you. We already met like 30 minutes ago when we drove in, but you know. So this is Shu's ND3 soft top sport trim Miata. So yeah, tell us a little bit about like why a Miata and like how long have you had it, and just general background about like why you got it.
Well, my family needed another car. We already have a 4-seater, so I was thinking that to have a convertible, because when I was in Switzerland, my friend drove me in his Mini Cooper convertible. In the mountains in the Switzerland, when you had the top-down experience in a convertible car, it's never the same.
Yeah.
So since then, I've been looking into what convertible is realistic for us to have in Southern California. Within reasonable price and something reliable, something if it breaks, you don't have to really worry about it. There isn't really another option.
So you got this how long ago?
Like a couple months.
A couple months ago, same as me. Did you drive manual before getting this car?
I did not drive manual before.
So you also learned on a Miata, just like me.
Actually, I took some driving manual lessons just so I could, use this car.
Nice, man.
I was in a sports car, in my uncle's sports car once. He had a Mercedes. I don't know what kind of model. As soon as I got into his car, I could feel the ground. I could feel the actual ground. It was as if I could, I was standing on the ground.
Yep.
But this, so far, I feel more on the ground with my Corolla.
Really?
At the moment.
Because the suspension is too soft.
It's very soft. Another thing I noticed, interestingly enough, is I don't know if you notice here as you drive it today, but when I'm on the highways or like when you really have crappy roads, I could feel the top here creaking, and I think that's from the chassis bending as it goes over bumps.
I've heard that the soft top is not as rigid as the RF.
Correct.
So,
and that, let's say if you imagine you were driving a car and you could feel the car doing that.
That's scary. So yeah, got the keys. We're gonna try this thing out. All right. Oh. All right, so this is a sport trim. Oh, he's got a little, he's got some lumbar support in here. I like that. How did this work? Wait, that was so easy. Yeah. That was so fast. Okay. All right, sport trim ND3 Miata. Damn, dude, this lumbar support's really nice. So yeah, some of the interior you can see is a little different. Like you have like plastic trim here. I think in my car, these are like the same as the outside. But overall, the interior feels pretty much the same. So I do hear some creaking going on. Okay, so first off, one of the things that people say, first of all, with the soft top, and I'm just gonna talk about this while we're cruising first, is just like the experience is a proper convertible experience, right? Like when you drive the RF, it's not actually like a proper convertible experience because it's more like a target top. But to be honest, dude, like it's not really that different. Like with the seats being so high, like maybe if you had like a seat lowering bracket and you were lower in the car, then you would feel the difference. But with the seats being so high, like you honestly don't really feel that much of a difference. The wind noise is roughly the same as the RF right now at these speeds. Yeah, I'm definitely glad that I got the exhaust because it does I feel a lot less connected to the car because of the lack of response, like sound, when I make certain inputs. Yeah, downshifting feels weird, dude. Like, I can't really gauge where the revs are at based on sound. You have to go completely based on foot feel. Let's take this turn with a bit of spirit. The wheels definitely feel smaller. I'm not really sure like how to describe the feeling that I get, but like it's easier to turn the wheel. Like that's how I describe it. I guess because there's a bigger contact patch. These wheels are 16 by 6.5 versus my wheels, which are 17 by 7s. So, oh my God, the body roll. God damn. But yeah, the smaller diameter and smaller width wheels definitely make a difference. Let's see here. Oh my God, yeah, that's... Ooh. Definitely feel the chassis twisting a bit when you hit the apex, and I forgot about the body roll, dude. You're just waiting to get back on the throttle for so much longer than in my car. This is, to me, like, it feels more playful than my car. And I guess because he has stock suspension, like, when you turn in, there's like a bit of a delay between when the weight transfers and you feel the car kind of shift over. And when you come out of a turn like here, right, and the weight transfers back, if you get on the gas too early before the weight transfers over, you'll feel the car kind of twist. It's a really, really weird feeling. Let's see if I can try that again here. Yeah, that is weird. And also, one more thing, open diff. And to be honest, I don't think I'm gonna be able to push this car hard enough today to experience the open diff. I don't think I'm ever gonna be getting to the point where I'm breaking traction, especially in someone else's car. Let's see if I can turn traction control off. I mean, this probably won't even make a difference. I'm probably never even gonna get to the point where I would engage traction control when it was on, because I'm just trying to stay safe in his car. Still, like, such a fun car, dude. Like, you really cannot go wrong. Oh my God, dude. When you're accelerating, the car leans back so much. Holy shit. Yeah, dude, this is so soft. so much body roll. I do feel like, I'm not sure if it's because of his steering wheel cover. I think there's less feedback through the steering wheel. Like, I just get less road feel. I think it's a combination of the steering wheel cover, the lack of stiff suspension, the soft suspension, and also the lack of spacers. Because I have GarageLine Spacers on my car, and I think that really increases how much feedback you get, especially mid-corner. The steering feels kind of dead on this car. So Shu, if you're watching this, bro, like, this is nice, you know, in the summer if it gets hot, but when it cools down a little bit, I would consider, if you go out for a drive, try taking off the steering wheel cover. I think it actually kind of mutes the experience a little bit. Yeah, the lack of steering feel mid-corner is a little bit, it doesn't inspire as much confidence. That's very interesting. Oh my God, when you step on the brakes, the whole car just lurches forward. Damn, dude, kind of, I mean, not really, like, I think the aesthetic upgrades and the increased confidence are worth it for me, but I am missing some of the forward and back body roll that you feel, like, very interesting. All right, guys, we are back in Old Faithful over here. Oh, he moved the cup holder over here. His car inspires less confidence than my car, but I think part of that lack of confidence is what also makes Miatas fun. Whoa. But yeah, the lack of bracing, the lack of an LSD maybe, and the soft suspension make it feel more fun because it makes it feel like you're gonna die more. Woo. Yeah, my car feels way more stable in the corners. When you go over bumps, mid-corner, it doesn't feel like the entire car is just getting thrown out of balance. It's like the weight kind of just snaps back to where it should be, and you can kind of just keep going. I think the money is well spent on the RF over the soft top, in my opinion. I think my car, the lines just make it look like it costs more than $7,000. It looks like it makes it look like it costs like $10,000 or $15,000 more. But GT over sport trim, not really sure that you're getting that much value out of it. A couple $1,000s, like you could just get the sport trim and then mod in all of the stuff that you want. I mean, the auto headlights in my car are nice. The climate control is nice, but it's not like, if you're buying a Miata, like I don't think these are the things that you're really looking for. So if I could go back, knowing that I would have modded I'd probably mod the suspension, and I was gonna mod the wheels anyways. Going back, I think I would have went RF Sport. Is that even an option if you can get the sport trim with an RF? There were a few moments where I was driving Shu's Miata where I was like, oh shit, like maybe I fucked up modding my car and lowering it, because I was able to have fun driving his car much slower than my car. And I think that's part of what people kind of love about Miatas, right? It's like you can have so much fun with it at low speeds. But then I drove my car like fast, and I don't know, I definitely just still like how my car feels with being lowered, being like slightly stiffer, but just I feel like in that Goldilocks zone of stiffness. And also having the spacers, because I think the spacers translate, like you just get so much more feedback from the steering wheel. It just feels so nice to drive. I don't know, that's why I love the Miata, dude. It's just like, it's so fun in every form, dude. Like it's so good at optimizing fun in different ways. If you keep it soft and stock like that, it's so nice for like, you know, having fun at lower speeds and feeling like there's a bit of danger when you're not even driving that fast on back roads. When you spend a little bit of money on mods like I've done, it retains a lot of the same characteristics while feeling more like a go-kart. I will say this, if you want to mod your Miata, be very careful with the mods that you do, because it's such a lightweight and small car. Any small modifications that you do will make a very, very large impact on the driving feel. So just keep that in mind, like subtle is always more. And if you also feel like, you know, like you like how the car feels stock, and you know, you don't feel like you're getting bored of the experience, like there's really no reason to mod it either. I was kind of getting bored of I didn't really like the body roll to the extent that it was stock, and I also just hated the wheel gap, like the aesthetics of it, so that's why I lowered my car and did all these different mods. But honestly, like, you can't go wrong, dude. It's so cool how two people with the exact same car can create such different driving experiences with the same platform. And that's just because of how much aftermarket support there is for this Miata platform. It's amazing. And how well it responds to modification as well. Yeah, shout out to Shu for letting me drive his car and just coming out. It was actually his first time driving on a canyon road like that, so I hope you had fun. If you guys have a Miata, let me know what mods you've done to it and why you did those mods. I'd be very curious to hear, to see if there's anything else I'd want to do. Or if you left your Miata stock, let me know why you decided to leave it stock, because there's really no wrong answer. Miata's always the answer no matter what you do with it, as long as you know you don't really fuck up the driving dynamics. I'll catch you guys on the next one.